Hello everyone, my name is David. This is part 3 of my weekly question and answer video. Please go down below, ask me anything you want. I'll answer it next Monday. In the next video, just give us your locations. Please tell us where you are from. Give us your locations, please. Okay, if you missed part 1, go back and watch it. I recommend something every week to help you guys heal from different kinds of abuse and trauma and have better relationships. So, this is from Lisa in Syracuse, New York. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, you gave me a humongous amount of information, but in it all, I find your question. Why do I always go back to him? That's it. I don't need anything else. Because it's for the same reason, which was he causes me pain and anguish. He abuses me. He hurts me. I've been trying over and over and over and over and over again. And each time it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Meaning this is an addiction. Okay? If I don't know why I'm doing something, it might be because my brain's taken over and I'm addicted. I'm dependent. That's what codependent means. Okay? The toxicity of a relationship shrinks and swells our brains with happy hormones. Same thing all addictions do, whether it's gambling or sex or drugs, alcohol, work. Our brains get flooded with happy hormones. It's intense, it feels good, and then they all go away. And we keep doing that, and that becomes dependency. That's what relationships do, all the good times and the bad times. And then every time you break up and then get back together, it's even making it worse. So your attempts to get away from him and going back to him is actually even making it more dependent. Okay? That's why. We tend to lose who we are in these relationships. So we lose a sense of how we feel, right? It feels horrible, so we try to ignore it and numb it. Maybe you have some addictions, other addictions. That's very common. It amazes me when people have a lifetime of this stuff, but no other addictions, just that. It's amazing to me. But these are life changes. They really are. And if we can't do it by ourselves, we ask for help. I strongly suggest that you get help with this, Lisa, because you're just making it worse by trying and failing, going back to him. You know that. You know it feels worse, doesn't it? Just like an addiction, eventually our life becomes totally unmanageable off drugs, right? People take drugs, your life becomes unmanageable, you lose everything, lose a sense of who you are. And every time we go back, we feel worse, and it doesn't feel good. The first time someone shoots heroin, woo, that feels amazing, so I've been told. And then when people, go through hell over and over and over again, getting high for years, you don't get as high. The lowers get lower, the highs get lower. And when you go back, you expect it to be, oh, it's amazing. And maybe that first time is, but it eventually just goes right back to hell, doesn't it? Every time you go back to him, eventually just goes like within hours or immediately. It's just worse. This is addiction, and you need help with that. Trying to do it by yourself, as you can see, causes more damage. So get the help now, Lisa. Okay, I don't know how old you are, but it's just going to get worse and worse for you. Eventually, this causes shame and guilt. Then eventually you keep doing this. Eventually our brains just say, that's it, I'm done. My self-worth is so low, I don't care anymore. I've seen it. I've seen people do it. Screw it. I don't care anymore. I don't know what else to do. I'm so dependent. I need them. There's that word, need. I need. That's dependency. You said right here, you've been 8 years of this. You said it's like a compulsion. Yeah, it's an addiction. If you've ever had any other addictions, you should be able to understand this. If you haven't, well, welcome to addiction. And it's just extremely hard to do this by ourselves. You know why people say, heroin is like the hardest thing to quit and stuff like this? Yeah, because people that shoot heroin in their arm long enough, they don't have anybody else around them that gives a shit. Okay? So you have no support. Without support, good luck. You need support, Lisa. We need friends, we need family, but the best support in the world, if you really need help, is the support we hire. They're there for you. You have no more responsibility. You don't have to meet, reciprocate. No, they're just there 100% for you, and they know how to help you. Okay? Your family and friends don't know how. They'll be there as emotional support, but they aren't going to fix this stuff for you. And it sounds like you don't have a good grip on it either. So get help, okay? You're worthy of it. I hope you believe so. Good luck. Jennifer. I don't even remember where you're from, Jennifer. You said it. Thank you. Jennifer, United Kingdom. David, why do narcs copy certain clothing I wear? It's creepy. Thanks. Because they don't know who they are. They don't have an actualized self in here. Right? And they want to fit in like everybody. Right? They're still finding themselves, Look at what children do. Or teenagers, better. I'm trying to think when I was a teenager. Man, oof. I remember one year I'm trying to think. God, I remember I had a mohawk one year in my life. I was a kid. Mohawk, and then the next I was a skater, and I've had long hair, kind of hippie, and just trying to find myself, right? Now that I know myself, I pretty much stay who I am, right? But children don't know themselves. They're trying to find out who they are, and that's a good way to do it, right? I'm going to try and be like this, and this, and we copy and we mimic and imitate people. Especially being so social, we want to be accepted. And how do you be accepted into a group you don't know anything about? You copy somebody else. You just kind of be like them, right? Well, that's what he's doing. Totally lost, totally confused, doesn't know who he is, doesn't know what to do. So he copies you, right? It's quite the compliment, isn't it, when someone copies you? I remember I had a roommate once. I think how old was I? I was around 20. And I had a roommate. Didn't know him very long. And I might have told this story before because it's just hilarious. But I dressed uniquely, not like everybody else, but, kind of unique. And he wanted to go somewhere once together, I don't remember. We're going to go out and do something. And we both said, okay, let's go get ready, And we had separate bathrooms, thank God. And he went in his bathroom, I went in mine. We took our shower and we got dressed. And we came down and met to hang out. And he's wearing the exact same outfit as me. To a T. Right? I had this very unique shirt with stripes and zipper here. And it was really cool. And I had plaid blue shorts and some cool tennis shoes and socks. Every single thing was the same. And he's straight faced, just, okay, let's go. And I'm like, what are we, Wonder Twins? What is this? I said, were we some married couple in our 70s? I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, what? He's like, yeah, I like it. It's a nice outfit. Can you at least wear it another day? We're not leaving the house like this. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. It's crazy. And it was awkward. And it didn't feel complimentary. Even though the next person I told, I said, well, I'll take it as a compliment. Huh? Yeah. The kid didn't know himself, right? He was about my age, 20. Didn't know him. Didn't know who he was. Trying to figure that out. Okay? That's why. Hope I answered that for you. Jennifer, thank you. Next question is from Emily. I don't understand emotions. Oh, and tell us where you guys are from, please. Tell us your locations. I'll try to say it all the time. Emily says, I don't understand emotions and I struggle in expressing them verbally. The closest I can come to expressing them is to say that I feel like that type of song or I understand that painting. Yeah, this is your parents not helping you express yourself, not allowing you to, right? Think of it as I feel really upset. Say I'm 5 years old, right? And I feel really upset. Something somebody said to me, my toy broke, whatever. And my parents are there, and there's nobody else. And I want to cry. I feel upset, and I want to cry, right? Or I have anger, and I'm angry, something like that, right? Besides your parents just telling you, don't do that, that's not okay. Or you shouldn't. Or little Johnny down the street doesn't feel sad when that happens to him. Okay? Think of it as mom can't regulate her emotions and she's super upset and she's freaking out about something. Dad over here is angry and mad and he's going to stomp and rah, rah, rah. And what does that tell us? That tells us who? Right? Mom and dad's emotions are much more important than mine. I don't need to express them. And that's what's happened. Here we are. To the point where, because it's a process and I see that you've stopped at just my body's doing something and it feels bad. I don't know what that is. I just want it to go away. Ignore it. And you are rejecting yourself. So we have to change this architecture, like I was telling the last person. Getting help is incredible fast way to do this and efficient. You can read books. There's even, a couple weeks ago, I suggested some emotional cards to help you do this. Okay? Emotions 101, right? There's a process to emotions. And without that process, these emotions stay open forever. We don't understand them, and we feel guilty and shamed, and we cut ourselves off. Because that is a huge part of who we are, is how we feel. We've got to be very in touch with this. It's the number one thing to all victims of narcissistic abuse, neglect, all this stuff in childhood. The number one thing we need to start learning is how we feel. Being in touch with who we are. Can't do anything unless we do. Okay? It's very common, Emily. Don't be scared. Don't be worried. It's being mindful. It's being aware. And just keep asking yourself. Realize that we have thousands of different emotions. And they come in layers. Okay? So a daily little thing here to write down what my body's doing. Start with your body, what it's doing. That's emotions. Could be anything. Right? I got perspiration on my forehead. Right? Or I got this funny feeling in my chest. Start writing that stuff down. Trying to figure out what it is. What's the feeling? That's awareness. Okay? I always recommend getting help. We don't know how to do something. We have troubles doing something. Ask for help. Thank you. Look at that smile of yours, David, at the beginning of your video. Thanks. Trauma is getting to me so bad. I felt I reached the bottom a few days ago and went to ER, emergency room. I was hoping that they'd keep me over the past few days. However, there were no beds, so they sent you home. Feeling rejected even by doctors and nurses. I'm sorry. Let's get the right help we need. Okay? I think the help you need may not necessarily be a hospital, but a different type of doctor, a therapist. We need to talk and get this stuff out. If we don't understand it. We feel guilty, we feel shame, and we reject ourselves, okay? And yeah. So how long until this feeling of emptiness and feeling of numbness last? I was told at the ER that before treating trauma, I need to go for grief therapy. Well, that's kind of the same thing. Can you give any info about this? Grief therapy. So when we have loss, we must grieve, and it's a process. And it starts with how we feel. And if we ignore how we feel, we don't grieve. So narcissists that lose people and things in their life, and they ignore how they feel. They reject themselves. What do? They go right to another person, start dating them. They don't grieve. Everybody's got to grieve loss. You don't even have to like what you lost. You could hate what you lost. I know people that, spend enough time in a hospital sick, and they leave the hospital and they want to go back. They grieve that. They grieve the nurses that were taking care of them and all this stuff. I know people that, people leave prison and they want to go back. They miss prison. So it doesn't have to be something comfortable or great or beautiful or loving. You could hate it. Enough time in our life, when we lose it, we must grieve, and we must go through that process. Very, very important. I don't know what else to say but that. These feelings of emptiness and numbness is total detachment from yourself. Okay? If we're not in tune with ourselves, we also worry. We get anxious. We get depressed. We feel hopeless. We feel empty. Therapy. Start with talk therapy and do what they say and take their recommendations, okay? Good luck. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. Thank you for telling me where you're from. Enjoy your videos, David. Thank you. Can you talk about the exhaustion from dealing with the narcissist in different situations? Yeah. So, narcissists. People cannot have narcissists in their life. Okay, I'm not trying to damn them. It's just the way it is. It's the truth. They're exploitative. They are depressed. They hate themselves. We can't be around people like this, period. You can't. Anybody who's healthy and strong enough to be around them, you won't be once you're around them. You're no longer healthy or strong anymore. You're weak and sick. That's the way it is. People, I'm telling you, guys aren't impervious to this. No one. Being scared of them leaving you, being scared of their next reaction, being scared of their threats, being upset, not getting what we need, always looking for danger. This is high alert. This causes our chemicals that keep us safe to flow through our brain and our bodies, and they work great, don't they? I've seen moms lift a car up to save her son, right? Pure adrenaline. We got cortisol, stress chemical. We have tachykinin, another chemical. These things keep us on high alert, and we're always looking for danger, like the lizard. That's all I care about. Where's the danger? Where's the danger? Where's the danger? That can keep you safe, but the problem is these are all made for you to fight your danger or flee it. But since our parents didn't do that for us, take us from danger and leave us sitting in danger and created dangerous situations, that's what we do. We just sit in it like a 2-year-old. And all these chemicals keep getting pumped. You start getting enough adrenaline to lift that car, enough cortisol to do something about it, enough tachykinin to see where the danger is. But all this high alert over time causes massive anxiety, and the end result is massive depression. The exhaustion. That's what happens. Can you see that? If I'm releasing chemicals in my body so that I can lift a car, I'm not saying everyone can, you know what I mean? To be able to really fight the most dangerous thing in my life or run away from the most dangerous, fastest thing in my life, it just wears you out. It just wears you out, especially not fixing it, not doing it, and just over and over and over again, having all these chemicals in our body causes anxiety, causes depression. And it exhausts us. It's called adrenal fatigue. Most of my clients have adrenal fatigue. We've got to eliminate the stress. If you don't know how, get help. Okay? You will not be able to heal from this while you still have stress in your life. These are stress problems. These may even be stress disorders, PTSD. And you won't fix it till you eliminate the stress. And you have all this stress in your life because you don't know how to eliminate it. Get help. Get help with this, because stress kills. That's why all of us have most of us have physical, medical problems. Okay? The stress caused it. Yeah, typically that's why. Okay? I don't know you, but that's probably why. You can, after you eliminate the stress, there's things you can take for adrenal fatigue. You can take cortisol ease for your cortisol. Okay? And you can always find some supplement that helps with adrenal fatigue, or tell your doctor. Thank you. Next question is from Emily in Latvia. Hello. Hello, David. I'm 7 months no contact from covert narcissist. I used to live 12 years together. Today was the first hoover from his side. He wrote me an email and asked me to communicate and say hi to each other as normal people. That's funny. He can be normal? I did not respond to the email, but would like to ask for any other experience you had regarding first hoover attempts after going no contact. Yeah, what do I know about hoovers? Usually about 6 months it takes. That's our brain chemicals. That's the way it is. Just like when we meet somebody and we're really excited and we think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, all our hormones go woo woo woo. And it takes about 6 months for those to start dropping. That's usually when they start coming back and hoovering you, because where they're at sucks. And they thought it was amazing, and then 6 months later, go, yeah, this sucks. They don't know how to make themselves feel better. They're totally dependent on you, so they come back and hoover you. I like how, I'm guessing that you've told them not to. I'm guessing you got a divorce and don't want anything to do with him and have him in your life. But now he's saying, you better say hi to me like normal people. Normal people leave you alone. Normal people respect boundaries. Normal people care how you feel and don't tell you what to do. That's normal. So he's far from normal. So for him to expect you to be normal is comedy. Real simple. Hi, normal people leave you alone when you want them to. It does no good responding. You've already told him to leave you alone and he won't. Document this. I'm not kidding. Document it. Write it down. What happened, what time, most importantly, how it felt. Okay? You got children, you've gone through divorce, document it. You can go fill out a police report. I think in Latvia, you may be able to go fill out a police report. Contact your lawyer. You have a lawyer through this divorce. Ask them what they think. You can also have a lawyer write a cease and desist letter. Do not ever contact my client again, or there will be problems. Because all you need to speak with about him or to him is about your children. Children only. Okay? I'm sorry that it caused you extra anguish and stress. Now we start learning how to navigate this, okay? You'll be okay. If it hurts, then that's how we know not to respond. Don't talk to him. Try to stop looking. Block him. Block him on social media. Block him from your phone. He doesn't need to know your phone number. If he can't control his behaviors, then you need to help him, right? If he can't not contact you when you ask him to, give him a little nudge, right? Get a lawyer, say, don't you ever contact me again. Block him from the phone. And he can email you about the children only. Email, okay? Good luck. Take care of yourself. And that's the end of part 2, and I'll see you guys in part 3 very soon. Thanks.